The Ag Minute on This Week in Louisiana Agriculture is brought to you by your Louisiana propane dealers. Fuel for our future.
We continue our special edition of This Week in Louisiana Agriculture from New Orleans. Data from the U.S. Department of Agriculture finds that 1 in 6 households in Louisiana can't afford to buy food, and New Orleans ranks 8th in the country when it comes to hunger. But in one of the city's worst food deserts, one organization is growing hope to feed the hungry.
David Young is not your typical farmer. Sure, he watches the weather.
They will eat an entire tomato plant in one day.
He battles bugs, and he even practices rotational grazing with his livestock. The difference is where he's doing it. 5 years ago, Young left his job in Indiana and moved to the lower 9th Ward to help rebuild this community after Katrina.
Despite being told not to come to the lower 9th Ward because how unsafe it was, I found myself spending a lot of my time on the weekends over here, sitting on porches, talking with people, actually listening and finding out there was a lot greater need than just to have a physical house.
In order to feed that need, Young began planting vegetables in vacant lots across the area.
I started a small garden. It was only 4 foot by 14 foot. Soon realized other people were getting food from the garden, so I just kept expanding, and 5 years later, we're working on a total of 26 lots.
Last year, his nonprofit group, Capstone Community Gardens, gave away more than 600 pounds of food.
Our focus the last couple of years, besides gaining additional lots and growing more food, has been the honeybees, and we're doing that to, one, increase our pollination and create a sustainable stream of revenue that'll help pay for the food we grow to give away.
The New Orleans Food and Farm Network helps urban farmers like Young build and maintain a sustainable business. Executive Director Sanjay Karad says that's the key to developing a long-term local food system.
We want to create farmers, and when we talk about growing growers as becoming like precursor farmers, these are gardeners who kind of get really good at it, and they say, wait a second, I could do something with this, and we want to support all of them. So what David's doing by helping his neighbor is great, because somebody else will realize there's some value to this activity I'm doing.
By helping others, Young hopes to feed the community with food and faith.
Capstone may be faith-based, but we let them see what we're doing, and we don't actually force the religion or the faith on them. One of the favorite moments with the little kids is one day they were in the backyard shooting each other with their little stick guns, and then they stopped, put their guns down, and started feeding the goats.
The New Orleans Food and Farm Network offers workshops and training seminars to help other urban ag programs across Louisiana. To find out more, visit our website at twilatv.org. Moving on to TWILA trivia, last time I asked you which genetically modified crop is currently grown in Europe, and the answer is B, corn. This week's question is, which celebrity worked to rebuild many of the houses in the lower 9th Ward? Is it A, Britney Spears, B, Tom Cruise, or C, Brad Pitt? To enter this week's TWILA Trivia Contest, all you need to do is log on to our Facebook or Twitter account and post the answer with the hashtag TWILA Trivia. Or you can always submit your answer on our website at twilatv.org. And we'll send this week's winner a prize pack with all sorts of goodies from our trip here in New Orleans. Still to come on This Week in Louisiana Agriculture from New Orleans, we'll show you all of this year's big winners in the convention. Stay with us.